I have a conversation topic that I wrote down for this stream specifically. I have a conversation topic that loosely revolves around Josh Hutcherson. And so the conversation itself is about how fricked up pretty privilege is. And I mean fricked up, man. It is so messed up. Pretty privilege is such an insane thing. And I say that as someone who has been called pretty before. And that isn't like a toot my own horn thing, but it is definitely it's funny. It's funny. As a kid who grew up ugly. As a kid who grew up like ugly, and being an adult and being considered like kind of pretty, you know, is weird. It is weird, and I can 100% tell you, people treat you differently. It does exist, and I am even like a bad example of this because I am a hypocrite. I am a huge freaking hypocrite. I am such a hypocritical person in general because literally the other day. I was talking to my friend, right? I was on the phone with my friend, and she was talking about like Love Island or something. And she's like, yeah, that's such a horrible thing of to do. And I haven't seen the most recent Love Island series or anything like that. So I was just like, yeah, that sounds freaking awful. And then she started telling me about like an ex-boyfriend of hers and all of this like insane, horrible stuff that he did. Not like to her, but just like as a person. And she was like, yeah, but I still dated him. And I remember thinking to myself, I remember going, are you crazy? What the frick is wrong with this broad? Women, am I right? And that's what I was thinking to myself. And then yesterday, I was watching the movie Beekeeper. And for those of you who don't know, Beekeeper has Josh Hutcherson in it, which is a man I happen to find very attractive. And I was watching Beekeeper, and Josh Hutcherson's Beekeeper Josh Hutcherson's character in Beekeeper is like this rich little prick. You know what I mean? Like he's just kind of a douchebag. He has a lot of money. He's like rude to everyone. He's a butthole. He's a butthole of a person. But I remember thinking, wow. Wow, I like him. I remember going, oh wow, he looks so pretty there. And it's like, wow, I'm such a hypocrite. You know what I mean? I'm such a hypocrite. Because if you took like a picture of me from when I was like a preteen, you know, that really gross, awkward phase that we all had, and I want to clarify, I looked like what you would. Okay, hold on. Let me clarify again before I say this, before I get canceled. I know I made the homophobic dog meme, but I'm not actually homophobic. I know. Unsub, unbased. But I will clarify, I looked like a lesbian. When I was in like pre-middle school, I looked a little bit like a lesbian. I just like, I'm not saying that every lesbian looks bad, but this was a bad look for me. This was a bad look for me. I had these big dorky glasses. I had these big dorky glasses, and I always only wore my hair up and only wore like hoodies and stuff like that. And it was, yeah, denim jeans. Denim jeans. It was a bad look for me. I looked bad. I looked so bad. And I was thinking, wow, if I did something like that, like when I was like if I did something horrible when I looked like that, people would have been like, wow, she freaking sucks, man. She freaking sucks. But like, you know, if I did something like horrible now, people would be like, wow, it's horrible, but wow, she's pretty. I was talking to